All eyes will be on the swing state tomorrow. That race we're talking about is in New Mexico. A recent poll has Clinton leading by just 2 points over Trump. Former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson is polling at 6% in the state. Alexei Yaroslavsky has that story tonight.
The state of New Mexico provides only 5 electoral votes in the presidential election, and it's traditionally been a blue state. In the last 5 of 6 presidential elections, Democrats won here comfortably. This time, however, there's a big intrigue whether New Mexico could become a toss-up state. We spoke to the people in the streets of New Mexican cities to find out who they voted for.
I'm undecided, yes, because I can't vote for Trump. I can't do it. To my Mexican people, I'd be like a traitor. And then I don't want to vote for Hillary just because I'd rather not. So it's just a difficult situation for me.
Gary Johnson, maybe?
If anything, yes, I'm going to go vote for Gary Johnson. Go Gary Johnson.
Hillary as a candidate is a nightmare. I love her. I mean, I was a strong Bernie supporter. And what I've learned from Bernie is what he's told us. He's told us the policies. He's influenced her policies. He's told us to, I'm not lockstep with Bernie, but if he can come to Hillary, I can come to Hillary. And if you read her platforms, it's better for this country, it's better for the state, and it's better for everyone.
Clinton.
Clinton?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because Trump doesn't really have the experience. He just came out of nowhere to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
Okay. What do you think about Gary Johnson?
He used to be the governor here. He's all right.
Would you consider voting for him at all?
You know what? Yeah, I would probably Gary Johnson, yeah. Because really, both of them, I don't have much choice, but I forgot about Johnson.
According to numerous polls prior to Monday, Hillary Clinton was in a very comfortable lead in the state of New Mexico, largely due to Latino voters. They are believed to be largely in the favor of the Democratic presidential candidate. However, a poll by a nonpartisan organization, Zia Poll, which polls inside New Mexico, released on Monday morning, suggested that the lead could actually be very slender, between 1% and 2%. This is largely due to the fact that the Latino voters are still largely on the side of Hillary Clinton, but a so-called crossover vote of Democrats voting for Donald Trump has increased greatly over the last couple of weeks here in New Mexico, and that could eventually prove to be a decisive point here. Also, we cannot discount that Gary Johnson, the third most popular presidential candidate running in this campaign, he used to be the governor of New Mexico and received, in fact, a lot of praise for his reign in the state here. However, his polls have slipped lately, and right now there are even concerns that he could make a 10% barrier in the state. Nonetheless, it represents a very significant change to the previous times. In 2012, Obama beat Mitt Romney by 10%. In 2008, he beat McCain by 15%. This time, it is believed to be that the race is going to be very, very tight, but we'll see how it goes and whether Gary Johnson, the former governor of New Mexico, stands any chance of getting a significant vote here in New Mexico. Alexei Yaroslavsky, RT, for News with Ed Schultz Show from New Mexico.
It's no secret the candidates of the 2 major parties aren't the most popular candidates we've ever had to choose from. Hillary Clinton's email scandal has dogged her campaign, and she's come off as secretive and untrustworthy, and the numbers show that. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has turned off people with his brash remarks on immigrants and refugees. The tape of him talking about grabbing women didn't help his popularity at all. This is where third-party candidates believe they fit in. They offer an alternative to choosing between the lesser of 2 evils. Joining me tonight, Green Party presidential candidate, Dr. Jill Stein. Dr. Stein, good to have you with us tonight. Where are you going to have, where are you going to have your biggest impact on the map tomorrow that could affect the outcome?
I think it's hard to predict the state, but I think there's no doubt that the demographic is millennials, it's independents, it is immigrants, and it's people of color. That's where we are running strongest. Those are also the demographics that are massively undersampled in most polls. They're considered unlikely voters. They're the people who wouldn't be coming out normally to vote for Hillary and Donald. And, that's what we'll find out, is whether the polls are accurate. New York Times said we were running at 4% a week ago. Politico said we were at 5% the week before that. So, I think we'll find out tomorrow where we stand. And I'm really encouraging people not to throw their vote away on a failed two-party system that's throwing the American people under the bus, that this is the time to invest our votes in a real movement for change. If we hit that 5% threshold, it's a whole new ball game in terms of matching funds worth $10 million and automatic ballot status, so we can hit the ground running, not in 4 years from now, but starting on November 9th for the local races coming up this spring.
You've had some pretty harsh words for both candidates, from the Republicans and Democrats. In fact, George Bush and his cronies said back in 2004 that if he wasn't reelected again, we'd be 45 minutes to a mushroom cloud. I read today that you said in an AP article that if we elect Hillary Clinton, we're headed for nuclear war with Russia. You believe that?
Well, my point is that Donald Trump is a wild card. He's a loose cannon. But we shouldn't fool ourselves into thinking that we're going to be safe and secure with Hillary Clinton in the White House. Donald Trump is a scary unknown, but Hillary Clinton has a proven track record for catastrophic failed wars in Iraq, in Libya, and her stated policy in Syria is to go for a no-fly zone, which amounts to a declaration of war with Russia at a time that we have 2,000 nuclear weapons on hair-trigger alert, when we've been basically, well, the likes of Hillary have been beating the war drums against Russia. And none other than Mikhail Gorbachev, the former leader of the Soviet Union, himself has said that this is the most dangerous moment in all of history for the potential to slip into nuclear war. And that could certainly happen in the blink of an eye if Hillary Clinton has her way in Syria.
Donald Trump says it's a rigged system. You were not part of any debate. Where do you come down on that? And if you and Gary Johnson had been in the debate, would it be a different race?
I think it absolutely would. I think Gary Johnson and I are the well-kept secrets. We're the inconvenient truth, because these candidates have been the most unpopular, the most disliked, the most untrusted from the very beginning. A poll in the New York Times a couple days ago said 80% of the American public considers this election repulsive, and when you're repulsed, you're looking for somewhere else to go. I encourage people, go to Jill2016.com, find out about what your choices really are, and cast a vote for real change tomorrow.
Dr. Jill Stein, great to have you with us tonight on the news. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Good to be with you, Ed.
You bet. Tomorrow we'll have special coverage of election night. I'll be on starting at 8 p.m. Be sure to tune in.